Hey everyone, it's Arwen from Team Junio. Hopefully everybody had a great time with family and friends for Thanksgiving. Everybody's just kind of getting back in the system once again with Thanksgiving out of the way. Now we got Christmas just right around the corner, so hopefully everybody's getting ready for that as well. Today's topic should be a fun one, and it is gonna cover why your first home isn't your perfect home. Now, a lot of people could say something about that, meaning their thoughts and their ideas. You know, they always think the first home is perfect. Why would they purchase that house if it doesn't work for them? From my experiences, buying a house at the age of 23, I think it's 23. Me and my wife Carrie, we weren't married then, but we bought a house at a young age and lived there for a couple of years before we realized it wasn't for us. We kind of jumped into it without really putting it together before we signed documents and all that good stuff. So I kind of want to cover that with you guys because it's very important to make sure you get in the right house when the opportunity comes. And if you didn't, maybe you did in the beginning and now you kind of have second thoughts because now your situation's different, whether that's having kids in the picture now and thinking about the community, the location, the commute. Things can change over time. And with that being said, there's a lot to consider when you get into your second home after you sell your first. Because now from your experience, you're much more knowledgeable and aware of approaching the situation, let alone getting into a new house. So whether that's the size of the house and the layout of the house, that all could come to play, and that's all to be considered. So you just have to make sure that you are with the right agent that understands you when it comes to buying that second house. You know, the first house, when we got into it, we didn't really know what we were getting ourselves into. We were just excited. We wanted the house, so we had the opportunity, we jumped on it. Was that a smart decision? Back then it was. Well, I thought at least it was. But come to think of it now, it could have been better, you know? Being that young, you tend to get excited without really understanding the whole situation. Do I regret it? No, it made me a better person. Made me know more about the real estate game, you know. So it's just something to really think about and consider. If the house that you're in now works for you, good. But I can guarantee that the next house will be that much better. Reason being is because now you know what's gonna work even better for you. Hopefully that made sense. So, and also with the first house, I mean, getting into a second house, if you have equity now from that first house, you could use that equity towards the new house. That might even bring you lower on your monthly mortgage or just about the same. It really depends because now houses are more expensive, but you got equity in your current house. Got a good friend of mine. He just had a kid, and now he's thinking about selling his house. Reason being is that house. You could definitely have a kid in the house, but it wasn't ideal for him to raise a family in that house, let alone that location. So he calls me and tells me his situation, but now the whole game plan changes because there's a family and a baby that's involved in the picture. So it's not just about him anymore. Now he has to consider his commute and also his wife's commute to work. So there's just a lot that plays in the picture. Even just the house itself, from what type of kitchen would work better for you. Are the stairs a must? Do we need 2 levels? Do we want a rambler? Do we now want a bigger backyard for the kids to play in? All of that is gonna play a factor in the second house, and the second house should be a better option overall. So hopefully you guys learned some about this. you have any questions or anything like that, you could reach me here or leave a comment below, and I can further assist you. Me and my team, we can try to put things together and make sense with what works for you best. All right, well, that's about it. So have a good day, everybody. All right.